Look at this figure. This is a figure of a triangle. Lines passing through non-collinear points. Non-collinear points means when the points are not lying on one line. You can see here A and B considered to be collinear, but C is not collinear with A and B because C is not lying on this line. Similarly, on this line you have B and C collinear points, but A is a non-collinear point. Same way, if you take C and A, they are collinear points, whereas B is a non-collinear point. When you join these non-collinear points, three non-collinear points, with the help of line or line segment, you get a closed figure with three sides, which is considered a polygon, three-sided polygon, and that is called a triangle. A triangle is a three-sided polygon. In fact, it is the polygon with the least number of sides. The polygon with least number of sides is a triangle, and we symbolically write like this, a small symbol of triangle, and you name it A, B, C. A, B, C. How many vertices are there? 1, 2, 3. How many sides are there? AB 1, BC 2, CA 3. This triangle can be named in many ways. One ABC, then you can read it as BCA or CAB, or in the clockwise or anti-clockwise you can read it anyways. ACB, CBA, BAC. Anyways, you can name the triangle. How do we read the sides? Or first let's take the sides. We read it as line segment BC, line segment CA, line segment AB, or else you can read as BA, AC, CB, because they are line segments, and as we know, we can read a line segment in both the ways. And how will you read the name of the vertex? Here I can read it as angle A, or I will be reading it as BAC. This I can read it as angle C, or I will read as angle ACB. And the third angle you can read as angle CBA or ABC, or simply you can write down angle B. Next we move on to the another polygon which has four sides. Triangle, three-sided polygon. Quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon. It has four vertices and four sides. It does have diagonals too. Here diagonal DB and diagonal AC. This can be read as, reading of diagonals or reading the name of the quadrilateral, it should be either clockwise or anti-clockwise. You have to read it like this: quadrilateral A, B, C, D, or quadrilateral B, C, D, A, or C, D, A, B, like this, or else like this: D, C, B, A, C, B, A, D, B, A, D, C, or A, D, C, B. But you cannot break and read the name like this: A, D, B, C. No, it's incorrect. Now when we talk about opposite sides, C, D, line segment CD, this side, and line segment AB or BA, these two sides are considered to be pair of opposite sides. Another pair is AD and BC. How many pairs of opposite sides are there? Two pairs of opposite sides are there. Now if we talk about opposite angles, then angle A and angle C is one pair of opposite angles, and angle B and angle D is the another pair of opposite angles. So two pairs of opposite angles are there. Now if we talk about pair of adjacent sides, BA and BC, one pair. BC and CD, another pair. CD and DA, third pair. DA and AB, fourth pair. So four pairs of adjacent sides are there. Same way, four pairs of adjacent angles are there. Angle A and angle B, that is one pair. Angle B and angle C, that is second pair. Angle C and angle D, third pair. And angle D and angle A, fourth pair. Four pairs of adjacent angles. Four pairs of adjacent sides. Two pairs of opposite angles and two pairs of opposite sides. Is that clear? And obviously a quadrilateral has two diagonals. As I told you, when you join the opposite vertices, you get a line segment or a figure called diagonal, BD and CA. The last topic which we are going to discuss in basic geometrical ideas is about circles. It's a simple closed curve which is not a polygon. It has some very special properties. So it's a simple closed curve. Circle is a simple closed curve, and you can see here parts of circle. You can see here is a circle with center C. A, P, B, M are points on the circle, and if we take CA or CP or CB or CM, they are all at equal distance. They are equal. The measurements are same. That means A, P, B and M are at equal distance from center C on the circle. Then this figures, that is line segment CB, line segment CP and line segment CA or line segment CM, they are considered as radius. Each line segment is a radius. Line segment CB is radius of the circle. Then CA is also radius of the circle. In short, we can consider as line segment CA, CP, CB and CM the radii of the given circle. Now radii is nothing but plural of radius. If I double the measurement, that is if I take CA plus this, or let's make it easier, CP plus CM gives you PM, the line segment passing through the center whose both the endpoints are distinctly lying on the circle, then that line segment is considered to be diameter. Here you can say PM is diameter. If I name this A, if I name this point as D, then AD will be the diameter, because AD line segment is passing through center C and they are distinctly lying on the circle A and D. and this line segment is considered to be diameter. Diameter is always double of radius. Radius r is equal, d is equal to 2r. Diameter will be twice of the radius, or you can say radius will be d by 2. If you divide the diameter by 2, you will get radius. सिर्फ आपको आधा करना है. अगर आपके पास diameter 20 है, diameter if you have 20, then इसका आधा कर लीजिए, मतलब 20 को 2 से डिवाइड करिए, तो आपको क्या मिल जाएगा? रेडियस इज इक्वल टू 10. उसी तरह से आपके पास अगर रेडियस दिया गया है, रेडियस इज इक्वल टू 5, तो डायमीटर फाइंड करना है तो आप क्या करोगे? उसको डबल कर लोगे, या तो फिर 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे. 2 5 are 10. Is that clear to you? So diameter is nothing, doubling of radius is diameter. That is the relation between diameter and radius. Okay, now if I join these 2 points and mark it little darker like this, you can see PQ is considered as arc, and symbolically we represent arc like this, a small curve above the endpoints written PQ. PQ is minor curve, and अगर हम इस तरफ से देखें तो ये भी एक कर्व होता है which is considered as major curve. दोनों कर्व को अगर जोड़ दो, माइनर और मेजर, तो वो क्या बन जाएगा? वो बन जाएगा पूरा सर्कल. If I take this point, it is in the interior of the circle, मतलब सर्कल के अंदर का रीजन है. P and Q, it is on the circle, and if I take Y, then it's outside the circle, which is considered as exterior region. Interior, on, and exterior. Hope you have understood the concept of circle and the elements which I have discussed about the circle with you. Now about those few elements which are left out, we have talked about arc. Now we talk about, if I join these 2 points lying on the circle PB, then what's it called? It's a chord. PA is a chord which doesn't and even AD is considered to be chord. AD is diameter, which is the longest chord passing through the center. Okay, even PM is considered to be chord. Chord is the line segment formed by 2 distinct points lying on the circle. Okay, when you connect 2 distinct points lying on the circle, and that connecting line segment is considered to be chord. Is that clear? चलो अब हम चलते हैं few more parts of circle के तरफ. ये हुआ segment, ये आप देख सकते हो, the region enclosed by the chord and the circle, ये हुआ segment. और when we talk about sector, sector is that region which is formed by the center, subtended by the center of the circle. ये वाला region इसको कहते हैं sector. segment में center का angle शामिल नहीं हुआ होता है, और अगर आप definition देखें, mathematical definition of the segment, you can see here, a region in the interior of the circle enclosed by a chord and an arc is called a segment. ये हुआ segment, ये हुआ आपका arc, and ये हुआ chord. ये enclosed by a chord and the arc of a circle, तो बन गया segment. अगर आप सेक्टर के बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं तो ये रहा sector, which is interior region enclosed by arc of the circle and the angle subtended by the center of the circle. ये हुआ angle. और two radii forming an angle with the center and the arc of a circle. ये जब एक closed figure बनाते हैं उसको कहते हैं sector. Length of the circle or the distance around a circle is its circumference. अगर हम यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं, length of the circle means what? Here. From here we start our journey on the boundary of the circle, and then we come back to that same starting point that is considered as circumference of the circle. So अगर हम यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं और वापस वहीं पे आके पहुँचते हैं तो उसको भी circumference कहते हैं. That's called circumference of the circle. But if I take the whole region, interior region of the circle including the boundary, then that's called area of the circle. So we have come to the end of the chapter. We have talked about, in this chapter we have talked about point, we have talked about line, we have talked about line segment, we have talked about ray, we have talked about angles, we have talked about different polygons, and that is two polygons we have talked about, which are curves, and we have also talked about, finally we have talked about circle. Basic knowledge of the circle we have, basic knowledge about the geometry we have given, and hope you have enjoyed and understood what I tried to explain you. And in the exercises we have exercise 4.1 to 4.6. From that we will just do few of the questions which are meaningful. At the same you can do it easily, totally based on the theory. Is that clear? So I'll be coming with the PDF very soon. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and goodbye.